Libby, Montana, where it all began.
I see some enterprising, community-minded shareholders that came together to put their money on the line to serve the Libby community because it was growing at that time, and it was in great need of a solid bank where customers could trust that their money would be safe and be deployed wisely into the community.
As we reflect on our centennial, we are reminded of how we got here.
Well, you know, I really think that the bank has been an integral part of the community for all those years.
Hard work, dedication, and most importantly, serving our community.
I think it's been a commitment to serve the community as a community bank and to offer investment opportunities for the local people.
In 1913, First State Bank of Libby opened for business.
So First State Bank was founded in 1913 and continued. It made it through the Depression. It became a national bank in the 60s.
Fire damaged the building in the past, but our spirit always perseveres.
Yeah, the big fire that occurred then was First National Bank occurred in this building. We were a one-story building, and the fire started in the drive-up window. And the actual fire did limited amount of damage as far as burning, but the heat got so excessive in the bank that even on the other side of the bank, all of the drapes on the wall melted and fell to the floor.
There was a large fire in the bank, and at that time it was all hands on deck, and I think I was probably 8 or 10 years old, and we went down on Sunday morning and spent all day carrying things out of the bank and helping just clean the bank up because the bank opened the following Monday, even in spite of having a fire over the weekend.
When we had that fire in Libby, I'm sure that our employees got up and said, we have to take care of our customers. We can't let the local grocery store or the local hardware store not be able to do business because we've had a fire. We have to serve our customers, and we have to make sure that our community functions in spite of our hardship of having a fire.
Community banks are part of the community by definition, which is relationship banking. And I think community banks have really practiced relationship banking, knowing your customers, providing for your customers' needs. Other than that, really it's not only relationship, but also being adaptable. So you have to have the relationships and then adapt to their particular needs.
Other locations would follow as we began to serve the communities of Anaconda, Butte, Missoula, Bozeman, Kalispell, and of course, Libby and Troy.
We made a decision to expand as a direct result of the declining natural resource industry in northwest Montana.
I think I'm most proud of how First Montana Bank has served our communities. Whenever there's a problem, First Montana Bank has always been there. It's reflected in our Community Reinvestment Act rating of outstanding, that we're only about 4 or 5% of the banks nationwide receive that. And I'm particularly proud of what motivates our officers and directors and employees to serve the community and put them first.
Well, community banks are, in my opinion, are a key component to the growth of a community, and they stay in touch with the local small businessmen that can personally understand their challenges and their opportunities within any given community, because they're all unique.
I'm LYZA SCHNABEL. We own Corey Brewing in Uptown Butte, and I'm the office manager / owner.
I'm Chuck Schnabel with Corey Brewing, and I'm the owner and brewer. You know, being only in business 3 years and having to expand is kind of a tough and interesting project.
We expanded our brewery, and they help us finance our new building.
So the building that we had found was in a little bit of rough shape, and so when I had taken Chris through the first time, he saw the vision that I saw through the clutter and the garbage. And so for us, to be able to find a banker that believed in what we wanted to do, the vision that we had, was very important.
First Montana is better for us because they believe in us. They were there to support us with this new adventure that we have.
Well, I think it gives us a real sense of accomplishment to see business move in that we've been able to help establish themselves and to provide that type of, whatever the type of business is, to provide that type of business to the community, and or maybe to retain that business in the community.
As a businessman, as a consumer, First Montana Bank was a much better choice for us than the other alternatives out there.
They reached out to me. They seemed like they were trying to earn my business rather than have me prove that I'm worthy of their business.
First Montana has always been that perfect partner for me. They are warm and welcoming. They are supportive.
And there was always help for the community, and I just think that you always felt that that was just part of the community, and they were an integral part of helping everybody get along and do the right things for the community.
And to have the individual customers appreciate what they were able to do because of the borrowed money to buy a house or create a business. So I continue to see it from day to day.
Well, I've been in banking since 1958 and have been a commercial loan officer and bank president for better than 20 years, maybe closer to 30 years. And so I've had a lot of success stories, businesses that have done very, very well with the help from the bank. But by far, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation has been the biggest success story that I've ever been involved in.
Charlie Decker, lifelong Libby resident, born and raised here, one of 4 people that started the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation in 1984. I'm a logger by profession and a real good hunter. There's something special about the elk. I think a bull elk is the most magnificent creature on the face of the earth. I really feel the Elk Foundation was meant to happen, but there was a lot of heartache, sweat, and tears and prayer went into the start of this outfit. When you got a poor old logger and a broken down real estate guy and a preacher and a guy that runs a little hamburger joint and no money, you need a friendly banker. There's 4 or 5 individuals and the bank in Wayne can take a lot of credit for where this organization is today. Without their help, we wouldn't be here.
I think it's amazing that a small community bank has survived 100 years through the Great Depression, through the Great Recession, through hyperinflation and all of the expansions and changes that have taken place in our economy. And yet we've been able to keep our eye on serving our customers and our community, and by keeping that focus, we've been able to do extremely well for our shareholders as well as our customers.
Today, First Montana Bank remembers our roots and looks towards the future.
I think 100 years from now that people are going to look back at First Montana Bank and say that is a bank that core value was serving the community and the customer. And I think who knows what's going to happen to the technology 100 years from now, but I think that core value is something that can endure another 100 years, that as long as people are forming communities and as long as there are problems that need to be solved, that where a financial person needs to be at the table, then someone from First Montana Bank is going to be there 100 years carrying on that same core value that we share today and we share with our founders 100 years ago.
We have continued to serve our communities since 1913 as a better community-focused bank. Better for our communities, better for business, and better because of you.